Thank you for joining our webinar. Kindly mute, kindly mute your speakers. Prepare your pens and notebook. Avoid noisy background and please use the chat box for questions and interactions. For those listening to our recorded webinar, you can ask your questions with your respective financial advisors. We'll be starting in a little while. Thank you very much. Before we start, ladies and gentlemen, let me read our disclaimer. The contents of this presentation are not to be recorded, printed, reproduced, published online publicly, revised, or rewarded, streamed to any online platform without written permission from Zenith Financials. However, ladies and gentlemen, you can share this presentation via your group chats with your friends, family, and colleagues if ever you think that this presentation can help alleviate their lives. We are willing, we are giving you our consent. However, please do not share with our competing agents from other insurance companies. Maraming salamat po. Maraming salamat po. We'll proceed. What we are about to present to you, ladies and gentlemen, is called Life Financial Plan. Ito po yung presentation namin with our clients when we do our client presentation with our respective clients. So this presentation is for anyone who wants to maximize his or her source of income. Alam naman po natin na ang source of income sa Philippines is very limited lang. Majority of Filipinos are employed. Hence, ang kanilang sinasahod ay nakadepende kung magkano ang sinisweldo nila sa bawat company na pinagtatrabahuan nila. This presentation likewise is for anyone who wants to protect the future of his or her family. Just like ngayong may crisis gawa ng COVID-19. Having this product, you will be able to protect your goal while you are protecting your family. We will be elaborating about that later in this presentation. On top of that, you are not just protecting your family, you are also maximizing the use of your hard-earned cash. And then this presentation likewise is for anyone who majority ng kanyang oras ay nagagamit sa pagtratrabaho sa hindi niya naman gustong trabaho. Like some of you who works in the office. And then lastly, itong presentation na to is for anyone who wants to escape rat race. Kindly read about rat race sa Google. Rat race is a concept developed by Robert Kiyosaki. Ladies and gentlemen, ito po yung ating discussion flow. Today, you will learn about personal finance. On top of that, di-discuss ko why you should start maximizing the use of your hard-earned income. We'll be also discussing about the 60-20-20 rule. Further, let's discuss about the barriers to your goals. And then yung plain simple solution on how you can handle or minimize the barriers to your goals. The highlight of our presentation today is the comparison of all available investment platforms in the country, which includes life insurance, mutual funds, time deposit, stock market, and Pag-ibig MP2. So sit back, relax, ladies and gentlemen. If ever, please Please prepare your notebooks for you to be able to take down notes of our discussion. So, this is part of our introduction, ladies and gentlemen. We are financial literacy advocate. Ang success namin as advisors ay nakadepende sa success ng aming respective clients. And we are part of Philam Life Insurance. Let me now discuss about personal finance. What is personal finance? Investopedia says personal finance covers managing of your money. Okay? Talks about managing your money. However, with us, with Zenith Financials of Philam Life, we are advocating not only the management of your money, but also the promotion of your health and longevity. Okay? You will realize that later on as we progress in our discussion. So to reiterate, ladies and gentlemen, Zenith Financials focuses not just on managing your money, but also the promotion of your health and longevity by way of our products. Just an introduction, who am I working for? Who is my principal? My principal is Philam Life Insurance. It was established last 1947 to provide overall products with regard to protection, health insurance, savings, education, retirement, investment, group, credit life insurance. Lahat po kaya niyang i-provide. Then currently, if you see the chart beside the description, it says that out of the many claims that the policyholders claim with Philam Life, ang pinaka-majority dyan is death claims. Anong meaning po niyan? People put their money into Philam Life to grow their money. However, majority of people who put their money sa Philam Life ay majority of which ay death claims. Ibig sabihin, dahil sa untimely death. So, ang purpose nila is to grow their money. However, that barriers to their goal na nangyari, which is the untimely death. Mabuti na lang at meron silang life insurance, 2.5 billion went to their family to sustain their lifestyle. So tuloy pa rin ang pangarap at pagtupad ng pangarap ng kanilang mga anak at mga naiwang pamilya. Okay, that's how important yung role ni Philam Life in fulfilling the dreams of Filipinos. Okay, enough with the introduction, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to the discussion. Why should you maximize your hard-earned income? Simple lang po ang sagot dyan, ladies and gentlemen. Why should you maximize? Kasi po, think of this. Ang Pilipino, ang average life ng Filipino ay 80 for women and then 68 for men. Let's say for example, let's just say na ang average for both men and women ay 70 years of age ang average. So in that lifespan na 70 years, we are spending the first 20 years in getting proper education para ma-equip tayo at magkaroon tayo ng capacity to earn money by way of working for our employers and get an income out of it. After getting an education for the first 20 years of our lifetime comes our working years, which range from age 20 hanggang edad 60 years old. Pag na-reach mo na yung edad na 60 years old, that's the time na retirement naman ang pupuntahan ng iyong stage ng buhay. So from age 60 hanggang edad 70, that is part of your retirement. So basically, we are working on the average to earn money for the period of age 20 hanggang edad 60. And that is an average of 40 years. Okay? So anong gustong i-imply nung data na yon? So yung source of income natin na na-earn natin from working should provide you money that you can use by the time you retire. Okay? So average lifespan ng Filipino 70. How about if you live more than 70 years old? Say umabot ka ng 100 years old. Would your savings be enough to make your lifestyle na ine-enjoy mo by the age of 60 hanggang umabot ka ng 100 years old? Would that suffice or sasapat ba yon? Yan ang dapat ninyong pakatandaan at isipin. So, yan yung isang rason why we should maximize our income. We should maximize income because we are not to work until sa ating retirement. Merong limit yung ating source of income. And we should prepare for our retirement. Okay? On top of that, we should maximize our income because we want to provide the best the best the best life that we can provide to our family. Isang reason po 'yan. Okay? So those are the reasons why we should maximize our income. So in order for you to maximize your income, ito po ang rule na dapat nyong tandaan, the 60-20-20 rule. Ano pong ibig sabihin ng 60-20-20 rule? For your every salary na receive every cut-off, ang ibig sabihin po niyan, 60% of your salary, every cut-off, should be spent for your operations. Ano ba yung mga operations mo? Pangkain ng pamilya, kuryente, tubig, education ng anak. Try to limit your expenses within that 60% ratio. Yun po yung unang 60%. 60% of your salary. What about the first 20%? Yung 20% na yan, ladies and gentlemen, dapat daw yung re-receive mong sahod on a per cut-off basis, 20% of which should be invested for you to maximize your money. Okay? Let me elaborate on that later on. And then, what about the second 20%? Saan mo yan ilalagay? Ang sinasabi sa rule natin is, wag mo namang gastusin lahat yan para sa investment at para sa pamilya mo. Mag-enjoy ka rin. Yan ang sinasabi nung ikalawang 20%. So, ibig sabihin, you should also enjoy your sweldo once in a while. You can spend that 20% for massage, for your barber, for your shopping, for your travel. Kasi hindi sinasabi na dahil gumagastos ka, ang rule na to, sinasabi niya, you can save 20% and at the same time, you can enjoy also your sweldo. Kaya magtira ka ng another 20%. To elaborate, tignan nyo po itong graph na ito. So, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, ito yung current age mo. Say for example, in my case, I'm currently 29. And then ang peak age ko, 60. So, I have 31 years pa na naiiwan sa aking working years. And then, ang monthly income ko, let's say, sabihin na natin nasa 50,000 ang aking net income. So, yung 50,000 ko, 60% of that should go to my operating expenses. Yan po. Ilista mo lahat dyan ng expenses mo. So, out of the 50,000, dapat 60% ang nagagamit ko para sa expenses ng pamilya ko. And then, 20% of that 50,000 should be spent for your investments. Ano ba yung mga investments na pwede kong paglagyan ng pera? You can put it sa insurance, retirement plan, critical illness coverage, bank account, stock market, mutual fund, real estate, business interest. Yan yung mga i-lecture natin mamaya kung whether ano yung pinakamagandang platform wherein you can maximize the use of your hard-earned income. And then what about the second 20%? Saan mo yan ilalagay? Dito siya papasok sa financing activities. Your financing activities talk about yung satisfaction mo as a person. Magpamasahe ka, magpasalon ka, mag-shopping ka, mag-travel ka, dyan mo ilagay sa financing. So, kung i-analyze nyo ladies and gentlemen, ang pag-save ng pera is not boring. At hindi ibig sabihin na dinedeprive mo yung sarili mo from enjoying your salary. Hindi po. So, may times nalalagpas ng 60% ang nagagamit mo sa operating activities mo. So, anong dapat mong gawin doon? Kailangan mong i-adjust yung gastos mo. Baka pwede kang magtipid ng kuryente. Hindi ka laging naka-aircon. Ganun po. Or else, kung tumaas ito ng more than 60%, bawasan mo yung financing activities mo. Say 10% of that financing activities, tanggal mo dyan, ilagay mo dito sa operating activities. Pero please, my advice to you, wag na wag mong babawasan yung investment mo for the 20%. Bakit? Yan yung concept ng pay yourself first. If you pay yourself first 20%, tendency is you will provide or you will enjoy a satisfactory retirement later on. Okay? Let me elaborate on that later on. You will realize na if you are saving at least 10 to 20% of your income, you are set for good sa iyong retirement. You are also maximizing the use of your hard-earned income. Let me leave this slide, ladies and gentlemen. If you want a copy of this, let me know. We'll be providing you a copy para magamit po ninyo. It's for free, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Ito na, next. Robert Kiyosaki, ito po yung favorite quote niya. It's not how much money you make, but how much money you keep. How hard it works for you, and how many generations you keep it for. So, maganda yung kanyang quote. I hope you digest the meaning of the quotation ni Robert Kiyosaki. Next, dito na po tayo sa question na how to maximize your hard-earned income. Paano nga ba? Let me teach you how, ladies and gentlemen. Ito ang question ko ngayon, ladies and gentlemen. Do you save at least 10 to 20% of your income? Some of you will say, yes, definitely. Kailangan mag-save ng 10 to 20% of your income. Some of you might say na hindi kailangan mag-save. Pero majority of my clients say to me na yes, they agree na dapat mag-save ng at least 10 to 20% of income. But when asked to my clients kung kumusta naman yung investment nila, yung savings nila ng 10 to 20%, kung yan ang tatanong ko kay kliyente ko, majority of them would say na, wala pa akong naipon. Uumpisan ko pa lang. So, yun nga, ladies and gentlemen, most of you will acknowledge na dapat mag-save ng 10 to 20% of your income, but yung means of doing so, wala kayong means to, kumbaga, walang nagpupush sa inyo na mag-save ng 10 to 20% of your income. Kaya in effect, wala rin kayong nasa-save. Now, let me show you how you can do it. Since you agree with me na dapat mag-save ng 10 to 20% of your income. Let me show you a methodology on how you can save and maximize 10 to 20% of your income. But before we proceed on that, answering that question, ito po muna. Ano po ba yung mga goals ninyo sa buhay? Please ponder upon them kahit maikling panahon lang. When I ask this question to my clients, majority of them, all of them, iisa lang po yung sinasabi nila. Ano yung sagot nila? Their goals ay nakahinge sa kanilang mga pamilya. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Yung success nila sa buhay is measured as to whether or not happy ang kanilang pamilya. Is that true to you? I guess so. Kasi ako din, personally, aanhin ko ang success in life kung yung pamilya ko naman lugmok sa kahirapan. So, yan, maganda po yung goal ninyo kasi it relates to yourself and it relates to the success of your family. Pero to tell you honestly, ladies and gentlemen, mahirap pong gawin yung goals. Mahirap i-achieve yung goals. Why? Kasi laging merong tinatawag na barriers to your goals. Ano po yung mga barriers to your goals na yan? Yan po yung sinusubukan namin as financial advisors na i-limit or i-minimize. Ano ba yung mga barriers to your goals na yan? It includes, number 1, untimely death. Ikalawa, aksidente. Ikatlo, hospitalization. Ikaapat, death due to natural calamities. Kalima, death due to man-made disasters. And then lastly, critical illness. All of those 5 barriers to your goals, kahit nasa loob ka lang ng bahay, may occur. At kapag may nangyaring isa dyan, malamang wasak ang budget ng pamilya. At kapag isang member ng family yung nagkaroon niyan, naka-experience ng isang barrier to your goal, problemado ang lahat. Okay? So, my function as a financial advisor is to help my clients address this risk. So, paano nila yan na-address na ma-maximize pa yung kanilang pera? Yan ang abangan nyo sa aking succeeding presentation. But, to tell you honestly, kahit wala kang ginagawa, nakahiga ka lang, pwedeng mangyari ang bawat isang barrier to your goal as indicated sa picture na yan. Bukod po dyan, ladies and gentlemen, may isang barrier to your goal na kapag hindi mo ginawa, it's your fault. Ano yung barrier na yun? That is, eto po, retiring without money. Why? Kasi yung retiring without money is you are part to blame there kung wala kang pera by the time na magre-retire ka. Why? Because you are working at ang average ng working span mo ay from age 20 hanggang edad 60 and that is about 30 to 60 years old. If you retire without money, wala kang dapat sisihin kundi ang sarili mo. So, wag naman sana. So, ang ina-advocate namin is for you to maximize your money and at the same time address all these barriers to your goals. Yan po. Okay? Ang solution po dyan, ladies and gentlemen, sobrang dali. Let me expound on the solution, ladies and gentlemen. Ayun, again, to reiterate, ladies and gentlemen, my job as a financial advisor is to build walls against these barriers to your goals. Para ma-address natin yung barriers to your goals na yan and at the same time, we maximize your income and then, bukod pa dyan, you will live longer and healthier because of our Philam Vitality. Let me expound on these barriers to your goals, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine niyo to, ladies and gentlemen. By the time, knock on wood, may nangyari sa inyo, nandun na po kayo sa heaven, pero yung mga taong iniwan nyo, they will still have to pay for the rent. They will still have to pay for the food. They will still have to pay yung house nyo, yung tuition fee. Ibig sabihin, mag-aaral pa yung mga naiwan yung minors. Kaya your life as a family provider ng iyong pamilya is very valuable. Ako po, I have personally po, na-experience po namin yan. Kasi ang tatay ko, edukado po ang tatay ko. He finished doctorate degree and worked as a professor sa isang university sa Nueva Vizcaya and became a regional director of a government entity. Sobrang edukado ng tatay ko, however, wala siyang protection against untimely death. So, ang nangyari po, nagkasabay-sabay po kami sa college education. Pero before I expound on that, ito po ang gastusin ninyo, knock on wood, something happens to you. At imagine, ang gagastos po niyan, yung maiiwan po ninyo. Tinitignan ko pa lang, sumasakit na po ang mata ko. I will not read anymore the amounts. As mentioned, yung cost of education, pataas po ng pataas. Without a protection, definitely, kawawa po yung maiiwan. How about accidents? When we talk about accident, tignan nyo po yung statistically, ladies and gentlemen. Out of the total accidents recorded noong 2019, 8,809 ay dahil sa human factor. Ibig sabihin po niyan, ladies and gentlemen, ingat ka man ng ingat, pero yung kasalubong mo hindi nag-iingat. Tendency is, it can claim your life. It can suffer your family. Magsasuffer na naman sila ng untimely death. So, iwanan natin yung accident. How about hospitalization? Ito naman po, ang hospitalization. Some of us don't even go to the hospital kasi takot tayo sa cost of yung bill. So, kung makikita nyo dito, ang mga pinakamahal na bed ay hindi sa hotel nakikita, pero sa hospital. Without a protection against these barriers to your goals, ubos ang pera po ninyo. Let us talk about critical illness. Ako po firsthand, we also have an experience sa aming pamilya with regard to critical illness. Kaya po ako na-motivate to become a financial advisor because of this. Walang tao na gustong pag-usapan ang mga ganitong bagay dahil mabigat sa kalooban. Pero it must be talked about. Kasi nga, without any protection at all, kawawa po yung maiiwan nyo at yung magsasuffer. Imagine, gastos for lung cancer, 2.7 million. And I think this is at 2016 data. What about now? Again, what about yung COVID-19 virus? Well, with Philem Life Insurance, ang mga complications na idudulot ni COVID-19, example, heart attack, pneumonia, kidney failure, they are all covered with a policy. Pero enough of that, let me just say and ipakita ko lang sa inyo na without a protection, talagang ubos ang budget ng pamilya. For you to be able to cure yourself, kailangan mo magbenta ng properties dyan, umutang ka sa kamag-anak mo na hindi mo naman kinakausap before just to tend your illness. Ano pa ba? Uutang ka sa bangko, i-mortgage mo ang lahat ng pwedeng i-mortgage. Yan po yung mas sad na story about illnesses. At hindi rin po ligtas ang pamilya ko with regard to this. Kasi ang tita ko na OFW abroad, she went to have a cancer. Majority of her life, she's been a domestic helper sa Hong Kong. But last 2016, nagkaroon siya ng cancer that eventually nagsuccumb siya dun sa cancer na yon. And then lahat ng pinagtrabahuan niya by working abroad, ginastos niya for curing herself, which at the end of the day, wala din, hindi rin nagamot. So, nabaon po sa utang si tita. And then, may naiwan lang siyang isang property, which is the house and lot. Yun po yung iniiwasan nating mangyari, ladies and gentlemen. Kaya po ako na-motivate to become a financial advisor is to help people secure themselves, secure their families. Walang dapat makaranas nung ganong experience namin. What about yung retiring without money? So, as mentioned kanina, ladies and gentlemen, we start working by the time we are 20, and then we stop working by the time some of us will stop working by the time we reach 60. But some people will extend their working years para lang magkaroon ng pera to sustain their lives past 60 years old. Yung black line, ladies and gentlemen, indicates your income. The red line indicates your expenses. Ganito po yan, ladies and gentlemen. By the time you are 60, titigil ka na magtrabaho. Magiging source of income mo na lang dyan is either GSIS or SSS. If you are working for the government, you will be receiving your pension from GSIS. Kapag private ka naman nag-work, you will be receiving your pension from SSS. And I pre-computed yung magiging retirement fund mo if you started working and then retire by the time you're 60. Ang lumalabas sa computation ko, ladies and gentlemen, ang magiging pension mo by the time you are 60 from SSS ay around 12,700. Kung masaya ka na po dyan sa magiging pension mo for working from age 22 hanggang 60, then hindi mo na kailangan itong ile-lecture ko. Pero pag hindi ka naman masaya, stay tuned at makinig ka sa aking presentation. Focus your attention dito sa red line. Ang sinasabi dyan, ladies and gentlemen, yung expenses mo pababa. However, by the time you are age 60, dyan na po lalabas yung mga critical illness as we discussed a while back. At pag lumabas yung critical illness dyan, definitely, that expense line will go up. Yung iyong source of income is steady lang. So paano na? Anong mangyayari? Tendency for you, if nagkaroon ka ng critical illness, knock on wood, wag naman po sana, ang gagawin natin dyan, uutang, benta ng properties, uutang sa kamag-anak na hindi mo linalapitan na ngayon at dahil kailangan mong lapitan para makakuha ng pera. Ganun po ang mangyayari. So, hindi lang po yan problema sa Pilipinas, global problem po yan. At sinasabi dyan, only 6 to 10% of people reach their financial security goals. Okay? So, hindi lang po yan sa Philippines nangyayari. It's a global thing. So, I urge you, ladies and gentlemen, to start saving your money. Start investing your money. Remember the rule, yung 60-20-20 rule. Huwag mong make your money work for you by investing the 20%. Okay? So, ano yung solution ko na pwede kong ibigay sa inyo? This is my solution. It's a matter of choice actually, yung solution. That is saving 20% of your income. At ilagay mo siya sa tamang paglagyan. Huwag mo siyang gastusin sa manok na pula. Huwag mong igastos lahat. Ilagay mo sa tamang platform, which is mamaya i-expound ko sa inyo, mas maintindihan nyo yung sinasabi kong platform. And with that, you are able to minimize yung epekto ng barriers to your goals. At the same time, you are maximizing the use of your hard-earned cash. Ayan po yan, ladies and gentlemen. So, ano ba yung solution na sinasabi ko kanina pa? Ito po, magulat ka sa hindi, ito yung solution na to. Hindi alam majority ng Filipinos. Kasi statistics-wise, less than 4% of Filipinos have this. Alam nyo kung ano yon? Yung plain and simple solution, insurance. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, yan po yung solution. Only a few know that. At to tell you honest, to tell you, malamang ang tingin mo rin sa insurance prior to our conversation is gastos lamang. Pero magstay ka lang dyan, stay put ka lang dyan, at let me expound yung value ng insurance sa iyo. By comparing all the investment platforms, at by doing so, you will realize that the best platform wherein you can put your money into for you to maximize your hard-earned income, life insurance. Okay? Ito na po yung pinaka-highlight ng aking presentation, ladies and gentlemen. We compared all the investment platforms available sa Philippines. And what are those platforms? They are life insurance, Pag-ibig MP2, bank time deposit, mutual fund, bonds, stock market. All of which are the investment platforms na available sa Philippines. So, ito po, ladies and gentlemen, pag pinapakita ko sa mga kliyente ko, they all agree with me that the best platform to put their money into life insurance. Okay? Just to give you a preview, pag naglagay ko po ng pera sa life insurance, wala pong tax yan. It's considered tax-free vehicle. Sa ibang platform, like the stock market, meron ka pong tax dyan. Ang tinatawag sa tax niyan is stock transaction tax. That is 1/2 of 1% before. Pero ngayon, nasa 0.6% na ang kanyang tax. Okay? I-compare muna natin siya. Yun yung isang advantage na tax-free ang life insurance. Punta naman tayo sa rate of return. Kung titignan nyo, ladies and gentlemen, ang rate of return ng life insurance compared to the other platforms, hindi naman nagkakalayo. Definitely, mas matindi ang life insurance compared sa time deposit. Up to 10% ang life insurance, kaya time deposit 1.2. So, ibig sabihin niyan, ladies and gentlemen, antayin mo pa ang second coming ni Lord bago magdoble ang pera mo sa perang linagay mo sa savings account or sa time deposit mo. Okay? On top of that, punta naman tayo dito. Naalala niyo pa yung lecture ko about barriers to your goals like untimely death, accidents, critical illness, waiver of critical illness. Disregard my last statement. Yung critical illness coverage, ganito po yan. Knock on wood, something happens to you, ladies and gentlemen. Sabihin na natin nag-invest ka ng 20,000 sa life insurance. The same din ang ginawa mo sa ibang platform. You put 20,000 sa ibang platform, sa Pag-ibig MP2, sa time deposit, sa mutual fund, sa bonds, treasury bills ng gobyerno, and then stock market. Lahat yan, linagyan mo ng 20,000, let's say. So, nagkaroon ka ngayon ng critical illness. Let's say natamaan ka ng COVID-19. Okay? Knock on wood. Yung COVID-19, ang complication na naidulot niya sa iyo is heart attack. Ang heart attack po sa life insurance ay covered as critical illness. In that case, kami naman po, ang gagawin namin, ibibigay namin yung coverage mo. In this case, if 1 million yung coverage mo, ibibigay ko yung coverage mong 1 million. Whereas dito sa ibang platform, kung magkano lang ang nailagay mo, yun lang ang pwede mong mag-withdraw, less the amount of tax, if any. So some of these platforms may tax, kaya ang makukuha lang ng yung SPA na mag-withdraw ng investment mo ay 20,000 less the amount of tax. So what about naman kapag nagkaroon ka ng aksidente? The same, I will give you yung coverage mo na 1 million if yun yung example na coverage mo. How about sa ibang platforms? Again, ang mawi-withdraw mo lang 20,000. So tendency for you is to utang sa bangko, benta ng properties. At yun nga, yung masamang balita na kailangan mong lumapit sa kamag-anak mo na hindi mo kinakausap pero ngayon kailangan mong kausapin kasi kailangan mo ng pera ng pampagamot. Yung thought pa lang nalalapit ka sa kamag-anak mo na hindi mo kinakausap, ang sakit na sa ulo. So, by that alone, you will agree with me na pinakamagandang platform si life insurance. So, what about now kapag nagkaroon ng untimely death si client, knock on wood? Again, ibibigay din namin yung coverage ni client sa kanyang maiiwang pamilya. Henceforth, yung maiiwang pamilya, kung may bata pa dyan na nag-aaral, may tutuloy niya yung pangarap niya. Kung ang pangarap niya maging doktor, tendency is, she will become a doctor with or without you. Diba? Yan yung magandang legacy mo sa magiging anak mo. Yung pangarap niya maging doktor, she will become a doctor. Hindi niya kailangang mamasukan sa kamag-anak just to go to med school. Alam niyo naman yung cost of med school sa Philippines. Ang mahal. So again, yung coverage for life insurance, accident insurance, critical illness, they are exclusive. May tig 1,000,000 na coverage yan. Pwede. Dito, sa ibang platform, kung magkano lang yung ininvest mo, yun yung technically na mawi-withdraw mo. Okay? What about, ito ang final characteristic ng life insurance na I guess will cement na you will now agree with me na the best platform to put your money into life insurance. Ano yon? This one. If meron kang minimal na claims dito with regard to accident, critical illness, at hindi ka na knock on wood na matay, mawi-withdraw mo yung linagay mong pera, tax-free. Okay? Ulitin ko po, tax-free. Sa ibang platform, may tax yan. At kung i-compare mo yung rate of return nila, halos hindi nagkakalayo. So, what else can you ask for? Na-address na lahat ng barriers to your goals, kumikita pa yung pera mo tax-free, at meron pa akong hindi na-lecture sa inyo, which is yung may lecture ko mamaya na magpapahaba ng buhay ninyo. So, after this slide, all my clients agreed with me. Kaya sila kumuha ng policy sa akin because they agree with me na ang pinakamagandang platform to put their money into, yung 10 to 20% ng income nila, life insurance. So I hope na bago ko rin yung perception nyo about life insurance. It's something that hindi siya gastos, but instead, it's a good investment that promotes your family's success in life. Okay? So, ang next na question dyan ng mga kliyente ko, so, saan kami dapat kumuha ng life insurance? Ang sagot ko naman po, ito. Kanino pa kayo kukuha ng life insurance? Sa number 1 na po, sino po ba ang number 1? Ang number 1 po ay Philam Life Insurance. Please take note dun sa net asset, total asset, at saka net income. Philam Life is the number 1 and leading company sa Philippines. As seen sa net worth, ang formula po niyan, ladies and gentlemen, ay total asset less liabilities. So makikita po niyo dyan na 78 billion ang net worth ni Philam Life. Whereas ang sumunod sa kanya, 37.03. Ibig sabihin po niyan, ladies and gentlemen, malugi ng lahat ng life insurance sa Philippines, buhay pa rin ang Philam Life. That's how strong Philam Life is. Ang data na to, ladies and gentlemen, is calendar year 2018. At legit po ang publication na ito, which is Business World Online. I-google niyo po. And then by May or June, lalabas na yung 2019 data. And I'm sure, number 1 ulit si Philam Life. Hindi lang po 2018 number 1 si Philam Life, even the succeeding years. Years 2012 hanggang 2017. Number 1 si Philam Life. Fund performance. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, umabot ng 15% ang rate of return ni Philam Life. Ang pinakita ko kanina sa tabulation is that 10% lang. So, maganda siyang tool for you to maximize your income. Now, elaborate ko, ladies and gentlemen, yung personal finance and how we can promote yung health ninyo. Remember, personal finance, it's all about managing your hard-earned money. But sinabi ko kanina, with Senate Financials, we don't just manage your money, we also promote your health and longevity. And how do we do that? By our platform called Philam Vitality. Na habang nag-exercise ka, nagkakaroon ka ng, and that Philam Vitality is available only sa aming mga policy holders. So, every week you are entitled to 200 pesos cash. Or, kung ayaw mo ng cash, pwede mong i-redeem as Globe Load, Smart Load, or if ayaw mo naman, i-grab ride mo. Kung ayaw mo din, i-cinema mo, i-cine mo sa SM Cinema, or kung ayaw mo rin, ikape mo, coffee bean tea leaf. At kung ito-total mo yan on a yearly basis, aabot yan ng 10,400 on top of your investment, on top of your protection na ine-enjoy. And that is Philam Vitality. Si Philam Life lang po ang may ganyang capacity. All the rest, all the life insurance available sa Philippines, walang ganyang technology. So, laking tipid po niyan, i-analyze nyo po. Yung binabayaran nyo, may nakukuha kayong rewards. So, na-enjoy nyo yung insurance. Hindi lang siya gastos. And then on top of that po, meron din siyang dagdag na boost sa iyong life insurance. Say for example, you have 1 million coverage for your life insurance. But because you have Philam Vitality, mag-i-increase yan by up to 50%. Okay? So paano na humahaba yung buhay mo dahil sa Philam Vitality? Para maka-claim ka ng rewards at coverage boost, kailangan mo po kasing mag-exercise. And how can you exercise? Nakalink yan sa phone mo, as long as dala mo yung cellphone mo lagi at na-meet mo yung minimum distance of walking, you are entitled sa coverage boost and sa weekly rewards. And on top of that, kapag nag-exercise po kayo, mas humabang buhay nyo technically. Imagine niyo yung gusto ng Philam Life for you to live longer and healthier. Mag-enjoy ka pa ng coverage boost sa iyong life insurance. On top of that, we are giving you 200 per week. Sobrang maximize po ang pera po ninyo. Okay? Ayan po ang product push naman na po ang ginagawa ko, and dahil you agreed with me kanina na ng pinakamagandang platform is life insurance. Kaya ngayon naman dinidiscuss ko yung characteristics ng life insurance ni Philam Life. At again, ang pinakamaganda sa products ni Philam Life is that we have Philam Vitality that promotes your longevity. At nagbibigay yan ng 200 cash. Kung ayaw mo ng cash, other rewards and discounts sa partner companies. So, that will translate sa coverage boost ng iyong life insurance. So, kung i-analyze mo, humahaba na ang buhay mo dahil sa exercise mo, dumadami yun ng pera mo dahil sa investment, at na-minimize pa yung barriers sa iyong goals. Knock on wood, may mangyari sa'yo na untimely death, secured ang pamilya mo. Yung pinakamamahal mong pamilya. Aksidente ka, may bibigay na pera for your curing. Okay? Ganun po yung insurance ngayon. Sobrang maximize yung iyong pera. Di po ba ang ganda ng life insurance? Pero ang sad reality, ilan lang po ang merong life insurance. Less than 4% of the Philippine population na 110 million. Sobrang ganda, yet only few knows yung beauty niya at nakaka-appreciate. Kasi nga, marami sa Filipino uninformed. Based po sa aking pag-aaral nung ako ay nagmamasteral sa PUP, and then not to brag about it, but dahil sa thesis na yon na-awardan ako ng flying colors. Ang sinasabi po doon, ang mga young professionals na lisensyado na, hindi rin nila alam kung paano nila mamamaximize ang kanilang pera. Ayun, yun yung isang reason. And with that, uninformed sila. So, If you learned from this presentation, ladies and gentlemen, I pray and I hope na i-distribute nyo siya sa inyong mga relatives for them to be encouraged to get a policy. Di man sila kumuha sa amin, but they get to any life insurance company. But for them to maximize their income, syempre, lumapit kayo sa pinakamatinding life insurance, which is Film Life. And then, kahit gustuhin mo mang kumuha ng life insurance, pero kung meron ka ng medical condition, hindi na pwede. Kasi bawal na po yan. Hindi na papayagan yan. And then, some Pilipino, kahit marinig nila yung presentation na to, wala talaga. Talagang bahala na si Batman ang kanilang mentality. So, ano bang basis kasi ng pinagdidiskussan ko? Hierarchy of investment, ladies and gentlemen. So, kung kaya mo namang i-provide yung basic necessities ng iyong family, like in this case na may COVID-19, kaya mo namang i-provide yung pagkain ng 3 times a day, why not get a life insurance to protect your family? Hindi po mahal ang life insurance. Every stage of your family life, may insurance na bagay sa'yo. And hindi ka mapapagastos dyan. Mas mapapagastos po kayo dyan kapag may nangyaring aksidente. Kung tinamaan kayo ng COVID-19, gastos yon. So, ang sinasabi po dito sa investment hierarchy, kung may life insurance ka na, that's the time that you go up the ladder. Pwede ka na mag-save for your emergency fund sa ibang mga investment na very risky like cryptocurrency, business ventures, real estate, mutual funds, stocks. Yun po yung sinasabi dyan, investment hierarchy, that you should prioritize life insurance over the rest. Kasi nga, it's more about protecting your life, protecting your family, protecting the dreams of your family, while maximizing the use of your income. Balikan na naman natin yung linecture ko kanina. Again, ulitin ko lang, ladies and gentlemen, pag may kakayahan ka ng pakainin ng pamilya mo to provide their basic necessities like 3 times a day na kakain, pwede ka nang kumuha ng life insurance. Priority pa rin yung basic needs, which is yung pagkain. But if you have sufficient money na, please get a life insurance to protect your dreams and your family. Okay? Thank you. So, how much should be your coverage? Ang sinasabi po sa personal finance, at least 10 to 20% of your income, of your annual income. Anong rationale nun? For your family, yung may iwan mong pamilya, they will sustain the lifestyle na ine-enjoy nila while you are providing for the family na nandun ka pa sa picture. Pero kung yan ang magiging basis natin sa computation mo ng life insurance, that will definitely cost you money. Ang suggestion ko po, you start investing 10 to 20% of your current income with the knowledge na meron ka pang gap sa iyong protection mo. So as you progress in this life, habang tumataas yung trabaho mo, yung income mo, pwede mong dagdagan yung protection mo. Okay? Ganun po yung correct na mentality. You should not go for the high price insurance, but pwede ka na magsimula sa 10 to 20% of your current income. And then may gap ka sa protection mo, dagdagan mo yung coverage mo later on pag marami ka ng pera. Again, investing your money with with a life insurance company na ma-maximize mo yung pera mo as we discussed earlier. Our best offer po, ladies and gentlemen, ako po ito. Ayan, ako po siya. I'm Ephraim. At ang pwede ko pong may offer sa inyo, yung personal service and direction with numbers at trust and confidence na at the end of the day, nandito pa rin kami sa Film Life. Ako po personally, I've been in the business since 2018 at ngayon meron na rin akong team na binubuo. So, I'm part of the team called Zenith Financials. Ako naman po ngayon, bumubuo ako ng team, ang pangalan F Prime Financials. And I dream to stay with the company because it is my passion to save people from misery. future misery. Kasi alam naman natin, we don't talk about bad things sa loob ng pamilya. We don't talk about negative things. We don't even talk about death, critical illness. We don't talk about these things inside habang kumakain. We don't talk about that. But allow me to talk about it para maging open kayo. Ayaw nating pag-usapan but people suffer because of being unprepared. And sana after this presentation, you join the percentage of those who have insurance policy. But may dagdag kayo dun sa less than 5% or 4% na taong may life insurance. Okay? So ang summary dyan, ladies and gentlemen, by acquiring a life insurance or a policy, you develop self-discipline. And then, more than saving, overall satisfaction, protection from all barriers of your goals. You also live longer, healthier, and better lives. And you belong to top 5% of Filipinos kasi nga, less than 5% of Filipinos have life insurances. And kanino kayo dapat kumuha ng life insurance? To the person that gave you this presentation. Could either be colleague ko yan or part of my team. Maasahan po sila. Maasahan po silang financial advisors. I guarantee that. So as my parting words, ladies and gentlemen, no one will advance your personal finance but yourself. By getting our services mean you don't just advance your family, you don't just advance yourself, but you advance the welfare of your family. Ayan po. We are Senate Financials of Film Life and maraming salamat po sa pakikinig. Again, ang panawagan ko, ladies and gentlemen, please share this presentation sa inyong mga kaibigan, friends, colleagues, so that they can change their perception about life insurance. Dapat po kumuha kayo ng life insurance. Not for the sake of me selling my product, but for you to save your family and to maximize your hard-earned income. Okay? Maraming salamat po. At before I leave you guys, let me show you a presentation po, ano? Ito po yung presentation. Short presentation lang po. Ito po. I hope you are watching this.
Nga, di ba? 2 oras ka nagtrabaho. 2 oras lang! Hindi ako pwede magpahinga.
Thank you.